So, we are prepared and ready to go to put an end to Arenicus. Hopefully we will succeed and not be destroyed as he has defeated so many others. Arenicus is not to be underestimated. He is, as far as I know, the greatest evil that I have ever come across, making Saravok and any other forces of evil such as Furkrag pale in comparison. He's highly ambitious, intelligent, and to me seems worse than the drow we encountered in the Underdark. He's a force of evil that should have never gotten into the position he's in, since some goodly power should have done away with him years ago. I wish they had, or this whole situation could have been avoided. So now it's left to me and my party to rectify it. I shouldn't just consider this all starting when I was exiled from Baldur's Gate. He was there questioning me and even Kalar Argent before I defeated her. He seemed to be looking for a powerful soul that he could take for himself to replace the lack of one in his own body. Since Kalar Argent was merely an Aasimar, and not a child of a god, it seemed to me that I was the clear choice. Defeating her also probably helped to make that decision for him. I wonder what happened to her. Is she still alive in Avernus, or did she get a glorious death in battle? Or is it possible that someone, possibly divine or working for them, went there to rescue her? I'd like to think that. She did great wrong to the people who lived in the area between Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep, but I don't wish her any suffering. She seemed to be set on atonement. She was never evil, just misguided and influenced by Heffernan, who was the right hand of a great and powerful devil, and a devil himself. I'll have to ponder this another time. Right now we leave Athkatla, hopefully not for our final adventure. We're all eager to finally see Arenicus defeated. Here we go. We're going to go to Suldanessellar and finally confront Arenicus and finish everything that began since we were kidnapped, leaving Baldur's Gate last year. I would love to go to Walter's Keep. I know that they've requested our help in keeping some ancient evil in the keep. We're supposed to read aloud a scroll when we get down to the final level, but that'll have to wait till after Arenicus. So, let's go back to the Underdark exit. I don't think I'd ever come back here when I left.
Without doubt.
I don't think we have a choice. We have the Rin Lanthorn. We can see through the illusion that's keeping the hidden elven city of Suldanessellar secret. So, Elhan, I have the Rin Lanthorn.
Your return. All has been relatively quiet here. I believe the drow were mostly satisfied with the destruction of our temple. They have made no further serious advancement.
Well, that's good. You have the Lanthorn. It is in the hands of the murderous vampire Bodhi no longer. I feel the tide of the crisis is certainly changing. How do you know that? I mentioned her name, but never said she was a vampire. Perhaps not, but you did ask for holy water and stakes. One needs only put two and two together to make the correct assumption. Alright. Come now, should I go into detail about what Bodhi said? She was talking about a lot more than what you were letting on last time I met you. Anything said by her or the exile Arenicus must be treated as suspect. You would do well not to repeat their tales to those that do not need to know them. So Arenicus is now the exile. That's not a name for a stranger. Perhaps I should ask around? No, this is not for you to know. Why not? I'm an elf. Even though you are an elf, you are an outsider. This should not be known to you or anyone. It is a shame we had buried. I can't tell you, Orin. It is not my place to do so. The exiles, this Arenicus and Bodhi, are criminals. Their crime was great. Their punishment greater. And so he has returned for some sort of revenge. I fail to see the great shame in this. You do not understand, and I'm not prepared to make you. If you wish to know more, you'll have to talk to one of those involved. Demen, the High Priestess, she will tell you. We'll have to breach the city to find her. Fortunately, my sages have instructed me in the use of the Lanthorn. We must go, but most of my elves must remain to hold the drow. We must not be struggling on two fronts when we face what is in the city. Follow, Orin. We must let the Lanthorn lead us to Suldanessellar. I can only hope that the exile will have left us a city to find. He's had a head start of it. 3 weeks, perhaps. Maybe even a month.
I can feel it. The lanthorn is almost buzzing. There can be no mistake. Stand back, and I shall make the way clear.
By the time we got to the Underdark, I believe he left or just was leaving. So that was like a long time ago. I don't know when he struck at Suldanessellar, but I assume it was shortly after. I doubt there'd be much left inside, but it also depends what he brought with him.
Suldanessellar. I have been away too long. I must determine what Irenicus has done within the city.
I'll wager that it has been long since you have indulged your elven nature. Welcome home. Long? I've never really known my elven nature other than meeting the few elves at Candlekeep and what I read about their history. Follow me within, and we shall determine the extent of the damage. I shall meet you on the other side of this passage. Do not tarry. We've been here. This is one of the places that we were told to go and search. This is where... This was the area of Safana and Karan, where they met their end. Sad ending. Do we really need to rest before we go in here? We'll have to rest inside. We don't have time for that.
Quickly and precisely.
I know we're tired. It's a 12-hour march from Athkatla. Well, it's not all burned rubble, so maybe there's some hope that there'll be some survivors in here.
Guided by the light of the rim lanthorn, you pass effortlessly through what had seemed an impenetrable wall of trees. The city that greets you as you emerge is at once inspiring, but also profoundly troubling. For amidst the majestic architecture are dozens of bodies, elves that have fallen while defending their home. Suldanessellar is in the grip of Irenicus and his minions, and it will not be relinquished without a fight.
It is as I feared. The madman Irenicus has unleashed his anger upon the city, and worse yet, I now recognize the magic he has employed.
There's survivors, though. I can hear people in the distance.
Corruption magics, illusions for the race of spirits, the Rakshasa. Such creatures are very predatory. It would appear that there is no depth to which Irenicus will sink.
We've encountered quite a few Rakshasa.
Suldanessellar is under siege. With this number of beasts under his command, Irenicus will be very hard to unseat.
I would not wish to damage the city. What would be the best course of action? We must proceed with caution. Not everyone in the city can withstand an onslaught like this. Their safety must take priority. Agreed, I want to save as many lives as possible. You must seek out Elasim. She will know what to do. She has a link to the divine not unlike your own, though through a much more benevolent spirit. Yeah, my father. Let's just not get into that right now. Failing that, find the High Priestess, Demon. If anyone had warning of Irenicus and made preparations, it would be one of those two. Go, Orin. I will garrison this area with my elite war guards. We will shepherd people to safety as you secure the inner city. Move out, men. Watch for survivors and beware of magical illusions. Yes, my liege, it shall be done as you say. For the Queen! It's hard to believe anyone will want to destroy something so beautiful, even Irenicus. Irenicus continues to reach new lows. I don't know if this is a new low. He's tried it before, you know. Only this time, it looks like he's succeeded. In a way, I'm not sure he's able to help it. Wherever he goes, he causes death and destruction, even to the things he loves. He loved Elasim more than anything, and even then, what they had was destroyed. It was his fault, of course, but it's like everything he touches turns to ash. He can't help it. You sound like you feel sorry for him. Well, I guess I do. Look at what he had done to him. They took away his soul, his life, and everything he cherished. It's no wonder he wants revenge. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I can sort of understand where he's coming from, even while I hate him. The scary part is that I probably know him better than almost anyone else alive. And we both know what it's like to not have a soul. He hasn't had one in a long, long time. I'm sorry, Imoen, but I can't feel sorry for Anikas. I just don't have it in me. Maybe that's your soul talking, but all I want is my soul back and revenge on the man. Or elf. Now that we know he's an actual elf. The sides of his head are either covered or burned away, so it's kind of hard to tell. And he's very muscular and very tall. He's not your typical elf looking, he doesn't have your typical elf body type. Slender and lithe. I can't feel sorry for Anikas. I still hate him. What he's done is unforgivable, and he needs to die for it. I think a small part of him will welcome death, even though he'll fight to the end to prevent it. Come on. Enough talk. It's time to finish this. The Rin Lanthorn has shown the way to Suldanessellar, and Elhan was grieved to see that the city is under siege by multitudes of creatures brought by Anikas, including devilish Rakshasa, whose illusionary magics hid the city in the first place. Elhan has told me to seek out Queen Elisine or High Priestess Demon, either of which may be able to do something about the invasion, or help me find Anikas. Elhan himself will remain at the city's entrance and shepherd refugees safely out of the city. Seems that I have gained in skill. So, how about a power attack? I already have one trained in that. I would like something with my arrows. Smite. With the Smite ability, the warrior gains the ability to strike a mighty blow, knocking an opponent back for a considerable distance and stunning the opponent. That actually sounds good, but I cannot, where is it? I can't train in that until I train in Critical Strike. A high-level warrior's intimate knowledge of vital spots on opponents allow her to, once per day, concentrate all of her attacks in one round to strike a vital area every time. Okay, so after that, I'll be able to train in Smite. Ajantis is helping me with this. He is not better with longswords, but he's very skilled and trained from the Order. It's not like I knew everything, but I am skilled, quite skilled with my longswords. I catch Ajantis openly showing his feelings for me. You are the brightest star of them all, my love, if I may say so. Yes, we were going to talk.
We follow the righteous path.
Let's just talk for a moment before we go in and try to write what's going on in the city.
Without hesitation.
What is it that you wish to say? Now your family has made their threat true and turned away from you, Ajantis. It happened. Now it is past. Don't let us dwell on things that are over, Orn. I don't believe you. Maybe you don't want to talk about it, but I am sure it bothers you quite a bit. Well, yes, you're right. Can't you understand that I feel guilty about it? Somehow it is my fault. I couldn't resent you if you feel the same and blame me in secret. If you ever see me doing that, I'll ask you to slap my face very hard. It is not your fault, love. And you know that. I know it for sure. It is something that just happened. The gods lead us into paths we sometimes don't understand. I had to make a decision, and a cruel one it was. I lost, and I gained. I gained more than I lost. Orin, my love. That I would have liked to have both is not important if we talk about destiny. Of course it bothers me, but I know it will turn into good. It already turned out good, because you're here by my side. Well, I'm sorry you had to give back the family shield, Ajantis. It's alright, Orn. It is the loss of the mental value that grieves me the most, but it had to be done, and now it is over. Let us move on. I do not want to talk more about it. Okay. Well...
I am hidden. They foresee. This will not take long.
I show my affection to Ajantis without words. I kiss his lips. Ajantis catches me before I'm close enough to kiss him. Later, love. And I will make you glad you waited. Okay. Well, you better. Okay, let's, This is it's high up in the trees. It's just very beautiful up here. It's almost like everything that I wish I had a home like this, actually. Not that ranger's cabin. There's a house to the north.
So happy you brought me with you. I never imagined that we would be doing such great things.
You know, you might not say that if we don't survive this. I can imagine this Rakshasa and even worse. Then we still have the Rennicus to deal with. So, the house is right here.
We follow the righteous path.
I don't expect any special attention because I'm an elf. I am an outsider elf, and an elf that never grew up among elves. Wow, there's a bunch of stone golems in here. I don't think I have weapons that will... Oh. There's a clay golem here as well. Okay, let's kill these things. They're hasted. Ouch! One is down. Okay, Ajantis is able to harm it, but we can't. The clay golem, because he has the,
My honor.
It's the weapon against flail of ages.
It cannot.
Oh, thank you, my lady. Yes, thank you. We thought for sure those terrible creatures would kill us. They slaughtered all the priestesses. Yes, they came into the temple and killed them. All of Rilophane's children. Oh, but not Demon, the high priestess. She's still alive. I saw her earlier, battling these creatures. You must save her. Where can I find this Demon? I last saw her in the southwest of the city. Perhaps she has retreated into one of the homes there. I do not know. I shall find her if I can. Meanwhile, Alhan is at the gates, evacuating the city. Go there and you should be safe. Yes, of course. We'll go there right now. Oh, that actually really hurt. Do you want to...
Right you are.
While we're here, if there's anything that we could use to fight... Not that we... Oh, there's... Stone horn. What's a stone horn? Elegantly carved stone horn. The horn appears to have been part of a larger carving, but has obviously been torn away from it. I have the feeling we should take this with us. So.
We are all heroes. You and Boo
All
and
right,
I.
all right.
Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
Oh, there's some kind of cloak here. Magically enchanted. Cloak of elven kind. This green cloak resembles a normal cloak. Wearing it makes any person able to hide in shadows with astonishing ability. As per the thief ability, though, the moment the wearer attacks or otherwise makes his or her presence known, the wearer must leave the shadows. This, Oh, I wish you could wear this. What about me? This nymph cloak. You know, I don't really quite need it. It's not that I hide in shadows very often. Yeah, it's magically enchanted to make me more charismatic, but I'm already quite charismatic to begin with. I don't think I need it. But maybe I'll hold on to it. I'll put it in a bag of holding. So I'll wear this cloak of elven kind. Maybe it'll make me feel more like the elf I am.
No problem at all.
Arrows. I can use that. Arrow of ice. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of magical arrows. I'm gonna switch these out. Okay, it's nice. I really like the architecture here
If it must
in
be
the
done.
city. Well, that's one home secured. There's a temple to the north. The palace. I guess the palace is a temple right here to the northwest. I guess we can go there and then come back down this way.
It will be done.
The Demon is their high priest. I'm sure Demon would... Let's put on protection now that we're here. I know you're tired, Ari. You're always the first one to be tired. Okay, I think we're okay with basic protection
much
zone.
of the cities from the circus.
Whoa, whoa, there's a
they
big
all
golem
so
coming.
crowded like this?
Ari, back.
I'll do it.
We must always strive to
Ari,
be role models.
back now.
What is it?
My arrows are doing nothing. Maybe my sword.
Direct me as you will.
Has no
It's a big iron golem.
Has
It does nothing.
My weapon still didn't affect it. Okay. Well, golems are neutral. My sword actually
Mince
is meant to
and
kill
booze
evil,
and
especially
ready.
undead. Daystar. No, not undead. Just evil creatures. Which will come in very handy
It will be
where we're
done.
going. Whoa, a whole group of Rakshasa over there. Okay,
Speak.
spells often don't affect them.
I'll hurt
So-
you if I have to.
We'll have to use our martial skills.
Weapon is of no use. Weapon is of no use. My weapon is of no use. My weapon is of no use.
I'll use my swords then.
I love the smell of daisies in the morning.
Oh, it cast Ice Storm on us. Okay, let's get out of the way.
Yes?
Well, I don't have a ring of regeneration.
What is it? I am ready.
Is it over? It's over.
Without doubt.
All they have are these non-magical long swords, which are kind of useless to us. Alright, we have a temple to go in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.